Welcome back. You're watching Morning Cafe. Thank you so much for staying with us. And on Wednesday, we talk about topics that we listen and we do not judge. Today, we're talking about toxic relationships. Frank, first of all, you see, men don't talk much about toxic relationships. How would you describe this? I don't want to say it's a phenomenon, but how would you describe toxic relationships?
First, it's a huge topic. Because first of all, it is something that is ongoing. And with our generation, it seems that it will continue happening. Because you find men don't talk about it. Because you find there are a lot of men who are suffering in this huge topic of toxic relationship. You find maybe someone has a partner who is demeaning him or her, someone who cannot support him or her, someone who, in most of times, it's always about negative criticisms. You find, like, for example, even like maybe today I'm here, maybe I've shared that tomorrow I'll be visiting TV47, but you find she doesn't mind about it. Like she's it's just like a normal thing, you know. So it's something that it's deals with the emotional draining. It's something that you're in a relationship, but you're not happy. You're not enjoying that you're in a relationship.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Now, Frank, I want to get to you, of course, to also bring the men in. Why do you not speak much about it as men? Who is silencing you guys?
You know, Anne.
I love that.
I think we all have to start addressing this issue from accepting it that we are moving as a people. But there are people who are moving, thinking that they healed from previous relationships. But indeed, they have not healed. We are working with people who, they're just jovial, they're happy people. But they did not heal. I don't know, if you don't work on that and you get into another relationship, you see, you're having different expectations. Again, you've not healed. You see, now getting a new relationship, the capability of it being toxic, it's very easy because the other person maybe has settled, you've not settled, you still have doubts. What will happen, you know? And again, having gone in a toxic relationship for almost 2 years, in fact 3 years, I have a full experience of what a toxic relationship can be to a man. You see these men out here, they don't talk. And in fact, these men you see out here, very jovial people. You don't just know it.
When you say they don't talk, my question was, who is silencing the men? Is it stigma? Why don't you talk even among you as men?
I think what makes us men don't talk about it. You see, men, we handle a lot of things. There is work, there is family, there are other activities out there. You have goals, you have dreams. So you find sometimes talking about it so much, you don't know who are you sharing to, you know? So sometimes that pride in men, you know, men will always be proud of themselves. That pride nature that we've grown up, we've been raised with it, it doesn't give us space to, you see, communicate, not like ladies. Again, as men, you see, men, I'll be having something itching me, but the moment we get to another group of other men, we don't talk about it. We talk about other things, we talk about dreams, goals, achievements, and all that. So that helps us to keep it moving. But inside, we are being disturbed. So you find as a man making a decision, and again, you know, when you're a man, anytime you make a decision, you'll be judged. Whether you're making a right decision or a wrong decision, someone will always judge you. They'll always say, maybe nowadays he has money. That's why he has left that lady. So sometimes such things make men to remain silent. But inside, maybe he's contemplating on whether to make that decision or not.
Man should do, right? But Frank, what should this lady do? Because that is her concern, yeah? She's saying, what should I do? Do I to go in good terms? And this guy is not supporting me in any way, but he wants my child. So what on in terms of custody for this child? What should she do?
I think it's a challenge, yeah? Because we don't know why. There is a child in between and they're not together. That's the first thing. The second thing, now that they are not in good terms and they're not living together, I think there are some legal ways, or they can get in a third-party person for them to sit on a table and discuss. Now that you want this child and you've not been taking care of this child, because as a man, I believe for you to be called a father, like for you to sire a child, for you to give out pregnancy, you should be ready to take care of that child. In fact, I'm always very tough on men who don't take responsibilities. That is your child. Imagine siring a child here, leaving, getting to another lady, siring another child. So what they should do, they should find a way of getting on a table so that a man also is given a chance maybe to discuss it. Maybe there may be other reasons why this man is not taking care of this child, which maybe we don't know. So I think they should get into somewhere, maybe get a third-party person, maybe through church, through legal, maybe offices, so that they can talk and agree on that.
Frank, your final thoughts, especially to your fellow men.
Okay, I'll say this. Before getting into a relationship, build a friendship bond between the two of you before getting into a love relationship. In that friendship zone, as a man or a woman, act like a football coach. A football coach, imagine training your team for 4 to 5 days. Then your team gets into a match. Within the first 20 minutes, your team is down to 3 goals. As a coach, you will always be able to analyze every player before the first half ends. When the first half ends, you get every player's mistakes and corrects. When the second half starts, maybe on the 75 minutes, maybe it will be 4-3. So as you get into relationship, have a coach mind. Thank you.
Thank you so much to my panel. That is Dr. Julius Kimani, a counseling psychologist. And we have Gloria Kimani, Perez Corazon, Grace Kimaru, Frank Okanga, and Gladson Obwamu. Thank you so much for making time for this incredible conversation. We hope to have it in length some other time because we haven't touched on so many things, professional, familial, so many things. So thank you so much for watching. That brings us to the end of Morning Cafe.